We had a recent fundraiser because All FM was 15 years old, so it's like a birthday, a really good opportunity, to advertise ourselves, but also perhaps to raise a bit of money. So we launched a prize draw. We asked people more often for donations, and we tried to kind of really maximise our profile online as much as possible. So we got a bit of help from Radio Regen to do that, and found it extremely useful. I mean, as a volunteer here, I haven't used social media very much at all, and I've always been a little bit cynical about it, to be honest, and a little bit resistant. But I have to say, my learning curve was steep, but I did really see the benefit of it. For example, we got a lot more hits on Facebook, Twitter, etc. We made a little film which was put on YouTube. We opened ourselves a YouTube site as well, and we've had nearly 600 hits on that. And it's only a few weeks ago. And I was thrilled, and I learned so much, from the experience. For example, I didn't know there's an optimal time to tweet, that you don't start, because at first I started tweeting at about 6 o'clock in the morning when I got out of bed, thinking must get on, start tweeting, and then I realised there was Hootsuite, so you could actually do several tweets ready for the next 2 weeks. You didn't have to get up at 6 in the morning, but also, what's the point of doing it at 6 in the morning, because no one else is looking anyway. So those are the little things that made a massive difference. I think what we need to do in the future is just take note of the lessons learned, talk to all of the volunteers about their role in spreading the word and sharing and retweeting, because I think people think like I used to think. They think, what's the point? But in actual fact, we saw more people gave money, for example, because of our raised profile, and that's what we need in a voluntary organisation. And if once volunteers, maybe we need a little bit of training as well to be put in to enthuse people to use their skills. And I think so next time, get more involvement from volunteers, but also use images more. I think I didn't see the point of using images, and to prepare those images beforehand so that you've got a bank of images to put up as well as the words. And the words are important, but to have a picture there paints 1,000 words. And if we've prepared a folder of tweeting photos, and because we've got hundreds of them, why not use them and draw more attention to our profile that way? I think the main learning is to do with understanding that you are not going to make £1 million, and that the strongest links that you have are your personal links, and the people who you know, and that's every volunteer. So every volunteer has a network of friends and business contacts or community contacts, and it's those people who will give money, will donate money. It's not someone in LA who happens to read your tweet. It's people down the road who you maybe go out with, or through a business. We've got lots of different community businesses around here in Manchester, in the whole of Manchester. And people, 80 volunteers, have all got tentacles into those different friendship groups, businesses and networks. And it's utilising those, because it's the warm contacts that will make us the money. And that's the biggest lesson of all, of any fundraising, I think.